Hey guys, today I'm going to be teaching you how to come out of the matrix just by changing your self-concept. You can change your matrix. It's actually much more simple than you think it is. All right? So what is the matrix? All right, we're going to get into that in a second. First of all, here's you. You're right here. Okay? So the matrix, we think we're in the matrix. Our life is one style. It's right here. And then there's this we have the fancy lifestyle we want that feels out of reach way up here. And then we have low energy down here that we feel sometimes stuck in. So sometimes you're in this middle ground, sometimes you're in low energy, but you really want to be in this nice lifestyle and it just feels really far away. So what is going on? So this is the matrix where you've been and where you want to go. So here's how it's attached to your self-concept. So within this matrix, it's your self-concept. And here's how it goes. All right, you go out with a friend, okay? You and your friend are out, you're having a good day. All right, so you're thinking, I'm kind. Okay? I'm a good friend. I'm a good friend. Okay? I'm kind, I'm a good friend. Those are all part of your self-concept. Those are great things to think about yourself. So you have a very positive self concept here. When you're with your friends, you're in a good space, you feel like you're a good friend, they can talk to you. All of these things are part of your self concept and they keep you in this higher energy. But here's where the magic happens. Let's say you become triggered. Let's say you run into a boyfriend or somebody and you're fighting, and then you think, you're thinking, I'm not enough. I'm not enough. I'm unlovable. I'm never chosen. Okay? And you're triggered right now. I'm not chosen. So all of these stories are also part of your self-concept. They're one story. You can be a kind and a good friend, and the person everyone goes to, and whatever else you like about yourself. You have great style, you love your hair, whatever it is. That's all positive. But the things that happen when you're triggered is also part of the same concept. So while you can think all these great things, you're also telling yourself, I'm not enough, I'm unlovable, I'm not chosen, whatever those stories are. So our tendency when we feel these things, when we feel these negative self-concepts, we want to jump back to the good ones. I want to go back to hanging out with my friends where they think I'm kind and I'm a good friend and I'm lovable there. I'm people like me, they agree with me, they think I'm great. Whatever those things are. But that's not how you get into this matrix, come out of the matrix and go into the lifestyle you want. It keeps you stuck. You go back and forth, and that pulls you back in and out of low energy or low vibration into this middle ground. Sometimes you're feeling pretty good about yourself. Sometimes you're feeling shame, guilt, anger, resentment, all of that. So here's how you change it and change the matrix. Here's how you come out of the matrix. It's all in your self-concept. So let's say you get into an argument with your boss and you think, I'm not enough. Okay? That same story you had with your boyfriend. I'm not enough. You feel resentment when you feel these negative stories. When you feel these good stories, you feel love. So you have to look at every part of your self-concept that you have resentment in, that you do not like about yourself. So if it's I'm not enough, here's how the universe works. Let me go into the other side part. So the universe is going to come in and say, we are all love at the end of the day. That is all we are. We're all love, and we're here to remind ourselves and remember that we're all love. So if you have these other stories, it's not going to send you what you want to pull you up, that spiritual bypassing. It's going to send you a reflection in the mirror. Okay, it's going to send you your reflection, okay, through other people that are angry here. So this person's angry. Okay, so this is your reflection All right, so they're going to keep sending you your reflection. Let me make sure you can see that. All right, so it could be your boyfriend, your boss. It could be any person that you have an issue with. Here they are in the mirror. They're a mirror reflection. So they're projecting out of their stories to mirror what you already believe. Or they are mirroring something you're thinking or doing that is something you deep down you resent. So let's say they fight with you and they want to make you feel small. People that want to make you feel small and like you're not enough, you're not good enough, do that because they also feel like they are small and not good enough. So they are projecting and trying to pull you down to get a high, and a high is temporarily feeling above where you are stuck. So they're trying to temporarily get a little push, a little dopamine hit for a few minutes, and they get that by yelling at you and making you feel like you're not enough here. So when that happens, it's going to keep happening. You're going to keep attracting more and more and more of these people until you decide, I'm tired of feeling like I'm not enough. I'm tired of being talked to this way, or I don't like the way it looks when this person is exemplifying this behavior or this story. You know, if you have a story that turns into a reaction, you know, maybe you get angry when you feel like you're not enough and you yell at somebody and you do the same thing to somebody else, you're going to finally feel you've had enough of not being enough. You're tired of that story. It's not working. So you get fed up. You get fed up. And you're like, you know what? I want to be somebody who's good enough. I am good enough. I am sick and tired of being sick and tired of this. I am good enough. End of story. That changes the matrix right there. That already is pulling you up. Every time you get either tired of what somebody's reflecting to you, where you're seeing it in somebody else and you're like, you know what, I really don't like this quality. Why am I doing this? This kind of sucks. I'm going to change what I'm doing. Or if you're saying, you know what, I'm actually not going to feel this way anymore. Like, screw you. You're not going to make me feel small. I'm going to go off and do something else. Anything like that. Anytime you decide, you know what, I am lovable. I'm going to be lovable. Why am I not lovable? Whatever. So every time you decide you've had enough and you want to change, guess what happens to your energy? All right, so this low energy down here, every time you change all these little stories, low energy soon won't even exist. And the bar for low energy, it's not going to be that low anymore. Low energy is going to come up higher. You having a bad day where you're just feeling all of your negative self-concept stories is going to come up higher and higher. Then, as you keep changing these out, every time you change a negative story to a positive story, you change your matrix and you go up a little higher, a little higher. And when all of your stories, I mean, it's not perfect, we have our moments, but when our stories are all out of love, when we're all out of in love over here, you reach the fancy lifestyle you're looking for, the partner, the money, the house, and you don't have to chase it. It comes to you. Everything you want will come to you. The more your self-concept changes to self-love. And low energy for you, having a day where you're feeling every negative self-concept hitting you all at once, you're going to have less and less of those. So it's going to come up higher and higher, and soon low energy won't even exist. And the more you do this, the more confident you become. And here's how it reflects into the matrix. So everyone is a mirror, right? Everyone is going to mirror to you where you're at. So what happens when you change your stories? The reflection changes. All right, instead of this boss yelling at you, okay, you're going to get somebody else come in. So let's say you're like, I'm tired of not feeling like I'm good enough at this job. I am good enough. Like, and then you find a job or start your own business where you feel like you are capable and competent and good enough at what you do. Guess what? Now you're going to have somebody else come in and they're going to be a little nicer and they're not going to be as issue-y, but they're going to come in and show you what you need to heal next. So now it's going to be communication. So now you're going to have to work on communication with this person. And you're going to learn lessons like, oh, sometimes I'm just misunderstood because I'm not communicating well enough. Or I am good enough, but their expectations of me and the job description are different. They want somebody who wants something else. This is not my strength. And then you start showing them what your strengths are, and you understand that you either need someone for a different role, or you can move into a role where you are being looked at for your strengths. The more you communicate, the more you're changing your self-concept, and you're also changing who is connecting to you. So as you master this difficult person that has trouble seeing you and you communicate better, or you're seeing each other eye to eye, now you're moving up higher into a new matrix, a new reality. And people are going to start coming in and just helping you build. Now you're dealing with confidence because you need your confidence. So somebody who maybe sometimes feels low self-esteem, and it's mirroring your low self-esteem. So every time you move up, it's higher and higher and higher and a little different. So you're not going to attract people putting you down, berating you, gaslighting you. Now you're just getting people who maybe have low self-esteem and they're not really trusting you all the way, and you have to work on that together. So people are going to be better and better coming in. And then that reflects out in your outer world. So it goes beyond the mirror. The things, the amount of money you're making, you can see that. The amount of money you're making, the home. Okay, you're getting a different home. All right, maybe you're going to buy a new car. So, all right, all of these things that you want to, these things here are mirroring who you are as you're evolving up in the matrix. So the matrix is truly all it is your self-concept. You see everybody and everything in the world through a filter of the way you see yourself. So the universe is going to send you people, places, and things and situations to show you where you're not loving yourself. And once you start to really understand that and change your self-concept one story at a time. I am lovable, I am enough, I'm a good friend, I am kind. You'll take away the stories, like, if you've had one, like, so confidence would go into I'm not enough. Maybe you feel like, I'm lazy. Okay, that could be a story that you have. What could you do to heal I'm lazy? You're going to get sent people who are either lazy, where you get so frustrated, you're like, okay, I can't be like this anymore because people who are like this in my life are driving me up the wall. It's not helping me. Or you're getting people that make you motivated, and you're like, wait, when I'm not lazy and I'm motivated and I'm doing everything I want to do, I feel great. And you're just like, I want to feel great all the time. I don't want to be lazy anymore. You know what? I'm motivated. I'm a motivated person. So I'm motivated. So here we go. So now you're in your power, because the universe wants you to love yourself and be in your power and move according based off of your excitement. So it's going to keep sending you the negative parts of your self-concept to shift you into all the positive things and seeing your own potential, dealing with your own stuff, seeing yourself differently, and moving through life with your own potential and being excited over the possibilities of what you can accomplish, while also being okay, comfortable, sitting in your shadow, sitting in all the negative parts of yourself, and changing the story and deciding to change the story, because you are the universe. The universe is you. That's all it is. You are the universe. So it's not that things are out of reach or you don't deserve it or you don't get it. It's that you have to become the person who has those things. I have healed in the last 5 years in an insane amount, and because I keep looking at it as, how do I become a person who has this kind of a life? So that's how you do it. You don't see where you're at now and say, this is the way it is. You go into how do I become that kind of a person? And I'll do another video on that soon too. But your self-concept creates your reality, and it's a journey to get there. But the nice things in life that you want, you can have when you change the way you see yourself.